Espíritus de los montes de las...
Welcome to the future.
Check it, motherfuckers. We're at the Refugio Altiplano, you know, the shamanic healing center. Peep the sign. Nice little western billboard for any passerbys. Basically, we want to give you guys a show that kind of goes against the grain, you know, kind of shows you what else is out there. And in our quest for enlightenment, we hope to enlighten man as a whole. So that's the basic thesis behind this whole show. There.
These are the local workers making the ayahuasca brew, and first they're mashing up the ayahuasca vine, which they will later mix together with another plant called chacruna, which contains the DMT, mind-altering substance. So right now I'm going to go talk with my buddy Teddy over here. Teddy, ¿qué parte de la preparación haces ahora?
Machacando.
Machacando. ¿Y después qué pasa?
Después de machacar, vamos a poner en esos envases.
En esos envases.
Primero vamos a poner ayahuasca.
Sí.
Chacruna luego. Ayahuasca, chacruna.
Eso es ayahuasca, sí. Y se mezcla la chacruna con la ayahuasca. Y se hierve.
Y después pone agua, lo ponemos ahí con el fuego.
Con agua. Y a hervir.
Hervir. Y 12 horas.
12 horas. Y después se ha reducido a un jarabe o algo así.
De todo eso vamos a sacar 8 botellas.
8 botellas. Es muy interesante.
Hey brother, how's it going, man? Is there anybody else coming down before we start this?
Yeah, George is coming.
George is on his way? Alright, good. So we'll wait until George gets here. George, are you coming? George? Okay, we're going to start without George, fuck him. Okay, so look, this is ayahuasca, and yesterday this was peeled. You know, it comes out as a root first, and this is the root, just like this. First we peel the skin off, and the reason why we take the skin off with a knife is because it makes the brew less bitter. You know, and so when you drink it, it's easier to drink. And it has, you know, it doesn't provoke an early vomit. And then we peel it the day before, and then the morning after we peel it, we smash it up so that it's easily penetrated by boiling water, so that we can pull the alkaloids out and we can mix them with the chacruna. And we have to have that mix completely done. And it has to be complete. It has to turn the two substances into one substance. And that's what gets us to where we're going. Okay? So, so what we need is, what we build is a sandwich basically of ayahuasca and chacruna. And we have to set it up with chacruna at the bottom, because, or with ayahuasca at the bottom, because if we put chacruna at the bottom, it will stick to the pot, because this is going to be boiled at a very high heat for about 12 hours. and for 12 hours the leaves will stick to the bottom of the. How you doing, George? Did you have a good night? Did you sleep well? No, you didn't? But you look good. You look like you get your act together. That's good to see. And so this is it. I mean, like here, obviously, we're speaking on Amazonian level because we have abundant material, and we have fresh, powerful, spiritually charged material. Because this vine and this leaf is all grown up in its own particular environment, you know, and so it's grown up where it has a lot of spirit, a lot of strength, and has a lot of power because it has optimum conditions. And one of the things about the conditions here is that we have oxygen here that is like 100%. You know, 100% oxygen. The nearest highway is 30 kilometers south of us. So we have no toxins in the air, no industry here. We're in the jungle. We have an abundant rainforest around us. It collects the water and cleans it and puts it back up in the air. It keeps the rain coming and going and coming and going. God decided at one point to put this right here in the womb, right here in the Amazon, in the heart of the Amazon, so that the people who are dedicated enough to come this far out off their normal path and take it down here, you know, they can experience this. And so I think that you guys have made the effort and you've gotten here. How are you doing, Jim? Did the journey go well for you last night?
Volare muy volare bueno cielito y callaremos. Levanto mi rezo agradeciéndote a ti.
No weapon, no taser, could you imagine?
No mace?
The shaman comes up and starts like blowing agua florida on you and you just...
Get away, creep. Yeah, that's
But,
the problem. When you have a hammer, everything looks like a nail.
Exactly. But I did have a bad experience with my shaman the first night. And that's why I don't recommend women go down
You
or
had a bad
anyone.
experience where your shaman was trying to hook up with you?
No, he just inappropriately touched me during the ceremony. And
Whoa.
and now at the time I didn't know that it wasn't okay. And I
What?
Well,
what are you, like a little
because
kid?
you're under the influence
of
the ayahuasca.
Oh, so you were in the middle of tripping
Yeah.
and he touched you?
Yeah, so to tell you
Oh.
the whole story, so this was our first night really doing the medicine. The night before
Medicina ayahuasca chacrunita y poderoso. Yo te canto y medicina y médico. Harindai, harindai, harindai. Brindaremos los poderes de las medicinas y para lograr curaciones, sanaciones, cuerpocito y harindai, harindai.
Here I am with our housemate, Indy, from East Midlands, Leicester, England. Can you tell us a little bit about why you're here? What brought you down to the Refugio?
Well, basically I have a health issue with my bowel, ulcerative colitis, and I've tried almost everything out there, and I'm guessing, you know, this was my last sort of
last
shot. I've done my research on it, and I'm hoping I will get results.
Okay. So can you tell me a little bit about what happened when you took the ayahuasca so far? You've taken it 3 or 4 times, I believe.
Well, times I've taken it so far, because he's only given me a little amount, small amount, and he's building it up slowly. Because if he gives me a large amount, it can explode my stomach.
Right.
due to, like, you know, the overdrive of the immune system.
You're here for about a month in total, right?
3 weeks.
3 weeks. So you'll have plenty of time to get your treatments done and hopefully have some progress with your condition.
That's why it's building up slowly, so hopefully.
Great.
He's saying he's building it up slowly and then he'll bang it in.
And hopefully we can find there can be a cure found for you.
I hope so.
Alright.
Got my hopes on it. And if I do get cured, god damn, the world will know about it.
Sorry, doing a little spiritual questing. Anyways, the reason I'm doing that is because right now we are actually in the ceremony house at the Refugio Altiplano. Check out the beds. Show these peeps the vomit buckets people purged in from the nights before. It's basically what goes on here is you pretty much lay down on one of these fucking cots after taking some ayahuasca over here. Basically, Scott comes in, sits down, pours up the brew one by one. People from each of these beds come up, drink the brew, and then proceed to trip fucking balls. And obviously we do it at night. First night I slept in this bed, took it, unbelievably beautiful experience. Had a great time, didn't even throw up or anything.
The dimethyltryptamine. It's known as one of the most potent psychedelics on the planet. And here in the Amazon, right here, take a look, the indigenous peoples have figured out which two plants you have to mix together for it to be orally active. Because if you just eat the plant containing DMT by itself, without a certain enzyme inhibitor called MAOIs, it's not effective. But somehow they figured out how to mix those two plants together, boil them, and create a jungle brew. Tell us about your ayahuasca. About the vine of the dead, as they call it.
Yeah, I just consumed some ayahuasca for the second time in my 1 week stay here at Refugio Altiplano in Iquitos, Peru. And to say the least, it was absolutely extraordinary.